I am happy to say that that picture came out, the one that we just took, that you saw build. So welcome to my goofy little studio space. Used to be where the previous owners canned their vegetables from their produce. Now it's turned into a workshop, and most recently I put a red light bulb up there and so I can develop my pinhole film. So on top of Fido the dog's crate, we have a tray of developer, and to keep the odor down I just have the plexiglass covers over the trays. But look at this. I swear to you, I just guessed. We got a picture! And indeed, that estimation about the angle of view looks to have been pretty spot on. If you remember the way that stick was protruding up, it looked like it was just going to barely get the top of those iron flowers. So there we go, man. Yup. This down here, I'm not really totally sure what the story is there. It may just be a little underdevelopment. Who knows? So we'll leave this in the fixer. I have kind of a limited space in here, I think you can see, for all my chemicals, and just the one sink. So what I do in the case of RC, you can just fix it for 2 minutes instead of 1 minute in 2 separate baths, and then it'll be ready for washing. And in fact, I started fixing it quite a bit earlier, so that really has been long enough. For washing, if you don't want to deal with the big washer for a little tiny print, one thing you can do is just take any tray and fill it with water, slosh it around with the print in it, empty it out, fill it up again. I'm going to back up so that splash doesn't make the racket. And slosh it around and empty it. And if you just keep doing that, I mean, you could even have a handful of prints in here doing that. And I would say in a big tray this size that's so much bigger than the print itself, probably what 5 to 10 changes of water really ought to do it. And I frequently, for pinhole, I'm not keeping the negative itself. In other words, the actual piece of paper. I'm just going to take a picture of it and then output it digitally or scan it or something like that. So I'm not super concerned about how long it lasts. If you guys are working in our lab, I certainly don't want you putting unwashed prints onto the drying screens. But if you rinse most of it off, then there's no reason not to just fold this up in a piece of paper towel to sort of blot it, dry it with a hairdryer, and just stick it in your binder and take it home that way. Or, take a picture of it or something like that. So, there we go. Real photography at my house.